You love to see it, man. The best fighting game ever created in this entire planet. Holy shit! Let's answer some questions, shall we? Rekuwawawiwa asks, I have a serious question for artists. Now, when drawing is your work, do you still have fun from it? If not, what are you doing to enjoy your art again? Going back to the childlike roots, I feel like it's so important to get back to that. When you were younger, you were just making art just for the sake of making art because you loved art. And I think we have to tap back into that root. Now, I understand we're professionals. We have to do what has to be done. We have to meet the desires and the requirements for their clients. I think it's very effective to separate the two, work and personal art. Sometimes some artists are really hard to themselves. Art is supposed to be fun, even though if I'm learning, even though if I'm trying to improve. Because you know what? When you're trying to have fun, when you're enjoying the things you're doing, you're gonna learn so much more because you're gonna put the work and effort necessary to learn anyway because you're having fun. Your mind is gonna be clearer. It's gonna be open to possibilities more so than beating yourself up with a whip like, I suck, I need to improve. This doesn't look good enough. Let go of that and do what you love. We're going to be reacting to Mike Azevedo. What he's doing right now is adding three light sources at once. This dragon almost has like a personality to it. I love also the pose. It's just like crushing his prey, like holding it in his hand like, ha, gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. So let's go to the next one. The light is very saturated and everything in the dark is kind of desaturated. And then there you have this beautiful balance between the colors. Beautiful balance in colors and lighting. If everything would be saturated, then it's kind of jarring, right? Like, my eyes. You don't want that, and he knows that. This looks like someone you would see in some very specific areas in the United States, reeking of some hard drugs. I love the game design aspect of what they did with slimes in Dark Souls. It's fucking annoying. Yes. But they remind you what Dark Souls is all about. Don't get overconfident, walk around willy-nilly like you own this place, because things are gonna fuck you in the ass and eventually, right? So these guys comes from the ceiling. Oh, there's a treasure over here. Let me grab it. Like, and then some slime falls on your head and just slowly start deteriorating your being. We have here Crag Spider. The only thing I can say is that these creatures look sad. Like many other enemies and creatures in this world, they just look like they weren't supposed to exist. The next one is called Bone Tower, I believe. This looks like a molten Reese's nut bar that fell into the litter box. Now to come back to the topic that enemies in Dark Souls look sad and tragic and they don't look like they should have existed at all. Look sad and tragic. They don't look like they should have existed at all. This is a prime example of that. Imagine being this guy. Let's go to the next one. I love these faces that you can tell that it's heavily based on realistic knowledge of painting realistic faces, but he twisted a little bit around, you know? It creates like very unique, expressive portraits. Man, I just don't know what this expression is. Is it sad? Is it defeated? Is it mad? Is it savage? Maybe is it all of those things? He looks like the guy that just lost a Smash Bros tournament. The expression in your art, it can tell a story. You can almost think about a lot of things of this character's background, how he is, how he acts, how he talks, just by looking at his face.
The rendering on my face is pretty good, I must say.
Can you name the 30 most iconic artworks of all time? We're gonna be looking at a quiz. Oh my god. It's creepy children. Name the artist and the artwork. Salvador Dali, of course. And the melting clocks. The realm of the melting clocks. Famous piece. Of course, the persistence of memory. That's what I said. Name the artist and the artwork. This is Hand Inspection Day by Vladimir Putin. Here we have The Shadow Realm by Yugimoto. We have Hardworking man being crushed by the weight of flowers. By Diego, Dora's brother. And here we have the artwork made by every possible artist out there. You know, the guy looking at the landscape, made by every concept artist in the world. We're going to be reacting to the fantastical art of Evan Amundsen. Do you even Amundsen, bro? He is not only using a rim light, but he's also using something what is called subsurface scattering. Subsurface scattering! Subsurface scattering! Yeah, yeah! We also have to deal with things like, you know, bounce light, reflected light, whatever you want to call it. Here the chin area is being illuminated, not extremely so, but is illuminated by the weak reflected light that is coming underneath, like pew, pew, like this, you know, if that makes sense. He makes sure that every part of a character that he designs is adding a lot to the narrative visually. We have this bard as well. Look at how much character it has. I'm a bard and I have seen some shit, bro. Again, it's shapes, textures, patterns, and the color combinations. Man, you love to see it. You love to see it, man. Another thing I think is genius, and you have to do this if you're illustrating a card, right? You gotta make sure that things are readable, bro. People have to actually see what's going on in the artwork. And he does that. Clear background contrasted against the silhouettes, the darker silhouettes of the characters right here. We have our focal point, our main character here, showing his Willy Wonka's ticket.
I've got a golden ticket.
The best fighting game ever created in this entire planet. And that game is called Fighter Maker. Those of you who don't know what Fighter Maker is, you sweet summer child, let me show you. As you can see, someone created his own character right here. We're gonna see them fight each other. So he's moving frantically with his arm. He levitates himself, kicking with both legs. And then he has a victory dance. So his idle animation looks like his spine is made out of a slinky, and he's in a perpetual state of maintaining balance at all times. He levitates through in the air. He flies through the character, flies out of screen, slams himself onto the floor, and somehow he deals damage to the enemy. And now he does some janky arm movement. He's raping the enemy. And then his final blow was a robotic arm movement. Now he's doing, he has a victory move. Oh, he's jerking himself off. We have a second character that he created. Let me bring to your attention that he called his characters, one Sir Farter, and the other one Caca Man. I wanted to let you know. Now he's flying in the air through the area like the programming, the codes doesn't even exist. That's how he's flying around. Oh my god, I can't even... He's flying around like he's being controlled by a child. He's spinning around in the air. What is he doing? He's spinning around in the air. I mean, the other character is just being possessed. Whoa. He flies in reverse, kills the enemy, and then flies in the air. And now... I don't even have words for this. I can't even describe what I'm even seeing. You have to see this. That is Fighter Maker. We have art called Ashra, made by 5 artists. And he's pointing towards his bladed hat. It's like, oh, look at my hat. It has blades, and I'm not afraid to use it. I can already imagine like him grabbing his hat and then throwing towards his enemies and then cutting them in twain, leaving only like a trail of blood and guts in the air, and then decapitating them and cutting the limbs off. And I can already imagine it. It's fucking awesome. So I have here a variety of designs from the show Sentai Engine Go Unger, or however you pronounce that shit. Look at this guy. He's a jerry can robot. He flies with its own fuel. And that's exactly what I love about these. This is from Juken Sentai Geki Ranger from 2007. And again, These names are getting really hard to pronounce. Let's roll a clip again for context. Tsusegeki, geki, kageki ni, gang, gang, yukoze, moe o, asu o, kaeru tame ni, geki ninja! Juken Sentai, geki ninja! Alright, we have fun on this channel.